Unconditional basic income is not a new idea. It's centuries old, but it has gained some traction now, and there has been a lot of interest in this subject throughout the world, which has actually developed into a sort of a movement. In Sri Lanka, we started this project about June 2017, and there was very little interest and little response at the beginning, but now we feel in our second seminar, which we are having today, there is a lot of interest, and there has been a great lot of response to what we are talking about.
Look to yourself what you are doing. Everybody of you is working. What is the work for? It is for other people. You all are doing things for other people, whether it is a mother taking care for the child, whether it is a taxi driver looking that other people come from that place to another. What work ever you are doing, look to it, it is work for other people. That is a definition of work. And today, we are doing this for each other worldwide. So your work benefits people in Switzerland or Germany or the United States or whatever. Work from other people benefits us in Sri Lanka. So actually, we are living in a social world. Actually, we are doing good things for each other. This is a definition of work. And look, work is your lifetime. You cannot split your life and your work. When you're working, this is your lifetime, and this is your relevant, important impact to the world. You change the world. You make something that makes the world better, whether it is to be kind to your child, whether it is to be good to your husband or wife. Everything we are doing is changing the world, and this is our life, and this is where we develop ourselves, and we develop the world to a better and the society to a better. And I do know nobody who is not willingly to do good things.
Current economic model is of course based on profit generation, not on human welfare, not on values. And we know that there is great environmental degradation in the name of economic development. I mean, these things are not unknown to all of you who are familiar with these concepts, and it's all focused on the survival of the fittest kind of approach. And there is unequal income distribution. We all know that the Western province that we live in is quite different to the conditions in other parts of the country. And there is also international interventions, and there are a lot of pressures on even grassroots communities coming from external pressures. And there is, our communities are getting disempowered. They don't have the power to make decisions on their own. They are just becoming passive recipients. And also there is really no wealth creation at a grassroots level. Wealth not just in terms of monetary wealth, but also social wealth. So this has led to a credit-based economy. There is indebtedness in communities.
List the urgency of issues. 10 is land use reform. Next. Climate change. I think all of you would have put climate change as number 1, but it's not. Next. World health. Nuclear security, biosecurity, factory farming, improvising institutional decision-making, global priorities research, promoting effective altruism, and number 1 was the risks of artificial intelligence.
Basic income provides artists a space to be artists. And I think artists have the potential to provide that space to society, to allow society to think, create spaces for society to reflect, think beautiful thoughts, like that 6-year-old said. And I think this is really crucial. I've worked in the arts for 20 years now. I started when I was about 19 years old with my 2 brothers and a few friends. I don't think it's in bad taste to say that we were probably a little bit drunk when we took the idea. Let's get together and do some plays and try to make a living from it.
I found that the artists were doing it.
like the Stages group, it was talking about their trauma. And so we said, but these people are also vulnerable because they don't have a proper job. And Ruvanti herself has made that Freudian slip that that is a proper job, whereas artist is not. What artist is also a proper job, but it's not paid for. See, that's what makes it not proper.
An unconditional basic income, a universal one for everybody, high enough to live from, on a modest level, no strings attached, independent of whether you are working or not in this term of work, regardless of life circumstances, is a consequence of the human right to live. This is a paradigm shift of our time. So we need new ideas like that to face the challenges and to solve the problems of our time. Remember, we are in the 21st century and we don't need any longer those ideas and habits we stuck on from the last century. Basic income, unconditional, is tested worldwide. It's not a matter of rich countries or, in particular, poor countries. It's a matter of a global movement in many countries, like in the US, in Canada, in Finland, in India, in Africa. Poor societies, rich societies, test projects already have been done and currently are running. So this is the opportunity for Sri Lanka, like for every other country too, to come up, to be at the top. It will create more dynamic in economy, more justice in society, better health, less violence, less crime, more entrepreneurship, more inventions, more initiatives. So it's just that challenge to your thinking, to think apart work and income on the level of the basic needs.